Okay, Michael Morgan alongside AJ McKee. You're coming off a fantastic knockout. I mean, to be fair, you must be in a really, well, in terms of the way that you're feeling, in a really good position now that you've actually silenced a lot of the doubters who are actually questioning your pedigree.
Yeah, it feels good, just to know that I'm back focused, I'm back doing what I need to do, and now that I'm taking things serious and really figuring out this isn't just a sport, this isn't just fun for me, this is a lifestyle, this is my job, this is what I do every day. It's nice to get down to business and see what the result of being serious and really about the business is.
Now, in terms of the actual knockout, where does that place you now in terms of contendership? Because obviously you've got your eye on the prize. You're not really here to be making up the numbers. Where does that now place you in terms of moving towards title contention?
Hopefully, I feel after this fight, my next fight, hopefully I get a fight soon. Maybe I'm shooting for August. So if I get a fight in August, I feel the next fight should be top 5, anyone top 5, and then start getting into the championship fights after that.
Now, someone who obviously is climbing up the ranks and who obviously wants to be in the same position that you're in, as in, towards title contention, is James Gallagher. Now, to be fair, let's just set the scene, let's just set the context. There seems to be a lot of chatter between you and James. Where is this all coming from? Where has this stemmed from? Where has this beef, because it is beef, where has this beef come from?
For me, it's not a beef, It's kind of like, at this point, it's like the big brother with the little brother, And I'm the big brother, and I keep picking at the little brother because he barked up the wrong tree, It started in Ireland with Anthony. I was in the cage training with Mo Law, and I don't know what happened with him and then they got in their little altercation. Then he runs up to me, and he's like, "And you're next, pussy." And I told him, I was like, "Okay." I said, "Remember that." I said, "You're gonna regret those words." So then from there on, we started being cool a little. It's still gonna regret those words. So later on, we started being cool. His hotel's across from ours. So I saw him walking in his room one day. We started chatting, talking about McGregor, and told him like I felt. In my opinion, I'll whoop McGregor's ass because, if you want to be the best, you got to compare yourself to the best, and I feel that I can beat the best because I am the best. So that kind of went south, and then from there, he didn't like the things and I told him he was gonna regret those words, and then he slid, what they call slide in the DM. He slid in my DM, and he's like, "You are next, you pussy." So from there, words were exchanged, a lot of DM messages, and then he goes on national television and decides to call me a pussy, which is just very disrespectful. So at that point, it's not about if we fight or should we fight. It's a matter of manhood and respect now, So as a man, if I call you a pussy, you're not gonna like that. You're gonna want to fight regardless, So at that point, I feel the fight has to happen, and now it's just big brother picking on little brother until he pisses him off enough to sign the contract, like the businessmen that we are. Well, at least I am, because that legally lets me beat the brakes off of him. So that's all we're waiting for, is that signing of the contract.
You're talking about that you were quite cordial with him. You're talking about that you had conversations. Something which I've said, something which I've read, something which I've actually picked up on, was you supposedly told him how he could beat your teammate. Now, the fact is, Anthony Taylor is your best bud. So I'm just wondering how that conversation went down. If you want to just clarify what exactly happened there.
That's the whole funny part, I don't really know where it came from. We were talking about styles. Yes, we talked about styles, but where did any of, this is what Anthony's gonna do? If anything, I would tell you the opposite of what he's gonna do, so you would think he's gonna do one thing and he does the complete other, I don't even know where that came about, but that doesn't even make sense. It's, as a teammate, as a friend, even if you weren't a friend with this person, just being a teammate, there should be a level of respect there alone, and clearly he doesn't know respect, so that's probably where this bullshit, as you would call it, comes in.
And finally, he has a tough test coming up in New York with Machida. Now, just talk me through how that fight's going to go down.
For me, I feel it's a tough fight for him. You know, it should be a good fight. Hopefully, he gets past it. It is a fight. You know, with any fight, you never know what's going to happen. All it takes is one punch. But ground-wise, I don't feel he's faced any opponents that are strong on the ground, and that's why when he gets in trouble on his feet, if he gets them to the ground, if they don't have jiu-jitsu, that's where his advantage is. But with Machida, you know, he's going to have at least decent submission skills, you know, and with decent submission skills, it comes decent submission defense. So I think it's going to be an exciting fight. It should be fun, you know. I'll be there rooting him on so I could get in there with him next and strangle him.
And finally, just in terms of predictions, the main event for this Saturday is Rory MacDonald versus Paul Semtex Daly. Just how do you see that actually going down? Who is your pick? Who is basically the victor in your eyes?
It's honestly, it's going to be a tough one just because I already know Paul Daly's going to come out very strong, and if he connects, that's a train you're dealing with, you know? You don't want to be in front of a train, but yet at the same time, if it goes the distance, MacDonald, you know, Rory, he's got that cardio and he's no rollover. So honestly, I don't know where to go with this one, you know? I'm going to give it first round and a half. I'm going to have to go with Daly, and anything after that, I got to go with Rory. So that's my prediction right there.
AJ McKee, it's been emotional. Thank you.